Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
You will recite Dhyana Slokam. Suklam Bharadaram Vishnam Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannabadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashantaye Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Prahlada Narada Parasara Pundalika Vyasambarish Shuka Shaunaka Bhishma Dalbhyan Rukmangada Arjuna Vasishta Vibhishanadi Punyaniman Parama Bhagavatam Smarami Kalaye Sundarakaram Sadaika Priyadarshanam Ajnana Nashakam Devam Sadgurum Muralidharam Murali Mandita Karakamalam Munijana Mohanam Vyatyastapadam Vanamala Prema Bhakta Mandala Nitya Kirtidam Shri Premika Varadam Ashrayeham Janmadyasya Yato Anvayat Idaratasateshu Abhigyaswarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Muhyanti Yat Surayaha Tejo Vari Mridam Yata Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Mrusha Damna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi Dharma Projita Kaitavo Atra Paramo Nirmatsaranam Satam Vedyam Vastavam Atra Vastu Shivadam Tapatrayon Moolanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kimva Pareirishwaraha Sadyo Ruddhyavarudyate Atra Kritibhihi Shushrushubihi Takshanat Nigamakalpataror Galitam Phalam Shukamukhat Amritadrava Samyutam Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasikaha Bhuvi Bhavukaha Yam Pravrajantam Anupetam Apeta Krityam Dvaipayano Virahakatara Ajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Tarabo Abhinedu Tam Sarvabhuta Hridayam Munimanatosmi Yasvanubhavam Akhila Shruti Saramekam Adhyatma Deepam Atitirshatam Tamondam Samsarinam Karunayaha Purana Guhyam Tam Vyasa Sunam Upayami Gurum Muninam Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranatakleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Shamanaha Tam Namami Harim Param Buddhirbalam Yashodairyam Nirbhayatvam Arogata Ajatyam Vakpadutvam Cha Hanumat Smaranat Bhavet Shri Haraye Namaha Shri Haraye Namaha Shri Haraye Namaha Gopika Jeevana Smaranam
Govinda Govinda
Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki
Jai.
Radhe Radhe. See, many times we plan certain things, but Bhagavan has a different plan. So here, by our Gurunathar, His Holiness Maharanyam Sri Sri Muralidhara Swamiji's Paramakripa, and our dear Sri Madhuri Saki Sameta Sri Premigavardhan's Paramakripa, I see a divine arrangement. Here we initially planned for Dhruva Charitram, but this Krishna had a different plan. I am seated here very beautifully with Vyatyasta Padam, and gigantically he is showing how beautiful he is. With beautiful Venu, he is doing Venu Ganam. So when I am there doing this Venu Ganam, why are you talking about Dhruva Charitram? Right? So that is the reason our Bhagavan here wanted us to speak about Venu Geetham, where the Bhagavatam that he relished from Sukamuni by Gurunatha's Paramakripa, we will also relish it together. So we will take it as a very divine arrangement and as a Mahabhagyam. Having said that, if we observe this world, every single living entity, starting from ant, starting from bee, you name an animal, dog, humans, men, women, kids, everyone, what are we hankering behind? The essence is happiness, right? We all are running behind happiness. Santosham. Mana life lo andriko santosham kavali. We all want that happiness. So we all run behind it. The only difference between the way ant looks for happiness and non-human looks for happiness and human looking for happiness is the means are different. Maybe we may think that I driving a BMW will be comfortable for me, right? Whereas a small ant may ride on another jiva. That is, it's BMW. That's the only difference. But the purpose is sought. Likewise, every jiva is seeking for happiness. It is running behind happiness, right? But now the question is, why are jivas running behind happiness? It's a valid question, right? They can just be quiet. Why? Why? If you think deeper, that sense of happiness is coming from our true self, which is Atma. Because the Atma is Nija Ananda Swarupam. Atma's very nature is always to be jubilant in ecstasy. Such is the nature of Atma. But what happens is, when that Atma is covered by layers, that layers is making us look for happiness in different perspective. What do I mean by layers? Our Bhagavad Gita, which is the divine song of Sri Krishna, he talks about the qualities of Atma. He talks how Atma is ever existing. Just like Bhagavan is Nityam, Atma is also Nityam, which means we are all Nityam. Nityam means ever existing. Same as Bhagavan. Can you believe it? So, the only difference is Bhagavan is not covered by any layers. He is always in Nija Atmanubhavam. So, he is always Paramatma, right? He is not covered by any layers, but whereas we are covered by layers. That is why we are sometimes called as conditioned jivas. Why are we called as conditioned jiva? If you think about it, first thing is, what are we covered with, which we can visibly see? Body, right? We have this body. So what this body does is, it gives us a perception. It says, hey, you are a man. Hey, you are a woman. Hey, you are a small boy. And you have a hair. And you have cheeks. And you are fair. You are dark. You are tall. You are short. Different perspectives we get just because of this one body. With that, we identify, oh, we are this body. So what do we want to do? When you identify ourselves as body, what do? We do something called Sharira Poshanam. So we want to make our body beautiful because we are so conscious of our body. See, underline this word. We are conscious of our body. So when you are conscious of our body, all our focus will be on body. Then there is next level, there is mental plane, where you look for happiness on the level. So first thing is, if you identify yourself with body, we are talking about happiness, right? That happiness, we think if my body is very beautiful, I am very happy, right? That is what is sarira poshanam. So that physical happiness, right? Oh, when my body is good, strong, beautiful, I am happy, because we identify strongly with our body. Then the next level is mental plane. Whatever makes our mind happy, right? So if you're a big fan of cricket, you watch cricket, is your body feeling happiness when you watch cricket? What is feeling happy? Your mind feels happy, right? Oh wow, so beautiful. I had a lovely match. This match gave me so much pleasure. What part of you giving that pleasure? It is the mind, right? So that is mental level. And then there is one intellectual level, happiness. Have you all seen scientists, right? They take the time, they do hours and hours of research, right? And they find something out of their research, and that gives them happiness. Doctors, where they do research and find some medicine, there is a purpose. Oh wow, happiness. Where is that happiness? It's intellectual level happiness, right? So there is something beyond body, mind and intellect, that is Atma. So that happiness which is felt on the Atma level, it is what is called as Nija Ananda Swarupam. So from that we can identify and figure out where are we, on which level we are trying to find happiness on. If by Guru Kripa, by Krishna Kripa, if we happen to be in a satsanga, what it does is, it navigates us from Sharira Poshanam, from mental level happiness, from intellectual level happiness, and it gives you that knowledge, jnanam, towards Atma, the Nija Ananda Swarupa, that Anandam, Atma Sukham. There is something called that knowledge first. Leave about you getting that experience. First, that knowledge, there is something called Atma Anubhavam, Atma Sukham, right? So that Sukham happens in the Sannidhi of Bhagavan and in the Sannidhi of Guru. If Gurunathar out of his compassion showers his kripa on you, if Bhagavan showers his kripa on you, what happens is these layers get cut. Rather, that kripa penetrates through all the three layers, physical, mental, intellectual, and hits the Atma. And there you have that relishment, that jubilation. That jubilation is what is explained in this Venu Geetham. So this jubilation, when it comes because of Bhagavan's Kripa, it can be felt by every jiva. It need not be just humans. Because Bhagavan, when he does his kataksham to a bird, the bird will feel ecstasy. If Bhagavan's kataksham falls on a beautiful deer, the deer will feel that ecstasy. So that is the beauty. So here in Srimad Bhagavatam, this is a very, very beautiful portion of Srimad Bhagavatam, where you will see how that prema, Krishna prema, it sprouts on every single jiva. It's a very beautiful experience. I will tell you one, there is a grantha called Bhavartha Deepika. Okay. See, Bhagavad Gita is a very beautiful divine text, right? Bhagavan gives instruction to Arjuna. So when somebody reads the Bhagavad Gita, we all get to see the text, but when we read it, we never know whether we understand the real intent behind what Krishna said. You never know. We may just literal translation we can understand, but you never know what is that bhavam. In what bhavam did Krishna spoke? In what bhavam Arjuna was asking questions? We never know all that. That is being explained by Sant Jnaneshwar Maharaj in Bhavartha Deepika. So, why are we talking about that? In Srimad Bhagavatam, so which means in that Bhavartha Deepika, Jnaneshwar Maharaj, he is explaining, Krishna spoke in this bhavam. Arjuna asked question in this bhavam. So then you understand the context even more beautifully well. Then you understand Bhagavad Gita well. Likewise in Srimad Bhagavatam, do we need a Bhavartha Deepika? If you see this Venu Geetham, who actually gives the Srimad Bhagavatam to us? Shukamuni gives the Srimad Bhagavatam to us. And Shukamuni is Parama Jnani. Because he is Jnani, he is able to perceive that bhavam of the deer, bhavam of the, when Krishna plays his Venuganam, the bhavam felt by a peacock, a bhavam felt by a cow, a bhavam felt by the calf, bhavam felt by even the non-chetanas, clouds. See, that is Jnani. How do we know he is a Jnani? In the same Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukamuni was not willing to come out of womb. So he said like, I am not coming out if Maya touches me. Okay, Bhagavan says, please, you will not be touched by Maya. Then at 16 he comes out. And the moment he comes out, he walks out of the home. He is a Paramanyani. Whose son he is? Is Vyasa Bhagavan's son. So when Vyasa Bhagavan sees his son walks off, he says, Putra, Putra, Putra. He calls Putra, Putra. You know who responds? The whole nature responds. The trees are saying, yes, I am here, I am here. The deer, the bees, and all the living entities are responding. Why? Mahatmas are called Digambaras. Digambaras. What do you mean by Digambara? Dik itself is the Ambara, the dress for them, which means they are. So when they, what they do is because of they are Jnani, they are conscious of all the living entities, and all the living entities are conscious of that Mahatma. So they are so integral. So that's why when Vyasa Bhagavan say Putra, 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 the whole nature is responding. I am here, I am here, I am here. He walked away. So that is why that Shukamuni, who is a Paramajnani and who has the Dik as the Ambara, he is able to understand or rather experience that bhavam of every single living entity. That is the beauty of Venu Geetham. So this Venu Geetham is one of the most sweetest in Srimad Bhagavatam, and there is a slokam called Barha Pitam. It is called Prema Sukha Pradamantram. Prema Sukha. See, we talked about that Atma, right? The Nija Anandam, the real love, because the Atma is pure embodiment of love. That love can be experienced when you recite this Venu Geetham. Now we know why this Venu Geetham is very, very important. Why it is very important to learn, because what do we all need ultimately? That Anandam mixed with Prema, Krishna Prema. That is why Mahans conclude in one statement, what is the ultimate? Is you getting Krishna Prema. If you attain Krishna Prema, your life is Kritartham. How does it come? It comes from Bhagyam. Who gives the Bhagyam? Bhagavan or Guru gives the Bhagyam. There is a very beautiful kirtan written by our Gurunatha, His Holiness Maharanyam Sri Sri Muralidhara Swamiji, and it's a very lovely kirtan. I'll just quote few lines from there. Aho bhagyam narajanma tatrarpi durlabam hari bhaktihi. Aho bhagyam narajanma. What is narajanma? Human birth. So even after getting human birth, imagine there are millions and crores of people. Everybody is running behind their work, job, and comforts. And if you get $1 million home, you say, okay, my life is successful. Is that what is successful? Success is. Our Gurunatha sings, you getting human birth is rare, because only in human birth you can do bhakti. Tatrarpi durlabam hari bhakti. If you can get hari bhakti, you are parama bhagyavan. Aho bhagyam. So then, Aho bhagyam sadhana bhakti tatrarpi durlabham bhavuka bhakti. So when you do bhakti, what is sadhana bhakti? Every day I chant Bhagavan Nama. Every day I go to temple. Every day I do seva to Bhagavan. That is called sadhana bhakti. But bhavuka bhakti means when you wake up, oh Krishna, I just woke up and I need to do prabodhanam to you. Imagine you have a small baby in your home. What do? The moment mother wakes up, mother doesn't think about herself. Whom does she think about? Oh, my kid. The kid needs to eat. First thing, feed. Right? She doesn't care whether even the kid brushed or not. Right? Immediately she wants to feed so that the kid feels. Likewise, a bhakta will feel that bhavam. It's called bhavuka bhakti. Oh, my Krishna, I need to give him milk. That's why in prabodhanam, we offer milk. Because our Krishna will be hungry. Right? Let me offer milk to him immediately. Right? And then let me, in our Gurunathar prabodhanam, he sings very beautifully with so much love. He sings, Krishna, let me caress your hair very beautifully. Let me mudduladuta. Right? Love that you show in the morning. Loving mothers, they do that to their children. If you see, oh Krishna, how beautiful my dear, you are like Krishna, how lovely chubby cheeks, and then what beautiful butter-like legs you have. We do all that. That's the expression of love, right? That love, if you are able to show to Bhagavan, that is called Bhava Bhakti. So, Tatrarpi Durlavam, even though you may do sadhana bhakti, but you're getting this Bhavuka Bhakti, love, bhakti towards Bhagavan with prema, with that bhavam is greater. Aho bhagyam Krishna bhakti tatrarpi durlabham yugada rahasyam. Okay, you getting bhakti is good, but if you are able to get Krishna bhakti, you are mahabhagyam. Why? Krishna is Paramatma. He is Parama Atma. Then is there anyone greater than Bhagavan Sri Krishna? No. So you getting to do Krishna bhakti is your mahabhagyam, ahobhagyam, and in that you get to know Yugala Ragasyam. What is Yugala Rahasyam? Worshipping Radha and Krishna together. Because Radha is embodiment of prema. That is why Krishna constantly, Krishna is Atma Rama. He is fully satisfied. He doesn't need anything, but he himself constantly chants Radhe Nama. How do we know that? Our Gurunathar sings in a very beautiful kirtan. Kudalo se gindran muralidharan. So in that kirtanam, he is saying, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe Yendru Kuva Radhe, Radhe, Radhe Yendru Kuva. He is saying, what is Krishna plays in flute? He is doing Venu Geetham, but what is he playing? He is constantly playing, chanting Krishna, Radhe Nama. He is saying Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. When Krishna himself in Bhavam, when he does Venu Geetham, he is constantly singing Radhe Nama. Because it's Radhe is Prema Swarupam, that Prema is what is hitting everyone in this Venu Geetham. That is the beauty. Aho bhagyam panchavita bhavaha tatrarpi durlabham gopi bhavaha. This kirtanam ends with what is the highest is getting gopi bhavam. Gopis who are Vraja Bhaktas. The gopis of Vrindavanam, and if you are able to get that bhavam of gopis, that is the highest of all. Right? It is very rare. It's not easy to get. That is why, who is that? Uddhava Maharaj. He is praying in Vrindavanam, let me be born as a grass, so that the gopis pada renu, let gopis champ on me and let their dust from their feet touch my head, so that I get that Krishna prema, says Uddhava Maharaj. That is gopis. So these gopis are the one who are doing this Venu Geetham. This Venu Geetham, if you see the way it starts only, these gopis are the one who are reciting this Venu Geetham. Now we know the greatness of gopis, right? They are the Uttama Bhaktas. They have such pure love, selfless love towards Bhagavan Sri Krishna. For them, it's not like I get pleasure from Krishna. It is like, what can I do for Krishna so that I can make Krishna happy? That is gopis. So that gopi bhavam is the highest, says our Gurunatha. Now let us enter with the smarana of our Gurunatha, with the smarana of Madri Sakhi Sameta Sri Premika Varadan, with the smarana of Vrindavan, with the smarana of Radhe Nama, we will enter into Venu Geetham. Please get the text open. Ittam sarasvacha jalam padmakara sugandhina nyavisadvayunavatam sago gopala gochutaha. Ittam sarasvacha jalam. What is this Ritu? Sharad Ritu. Sharad Ritu is a time where the previous, please maintain silence. So the previous Ritu is Varsha Kalam. So in Varsha Kalam, what happens is there will be heavy rain. So whole Vrindavan is completely, it's filled with, that rainy season where no one comes out. Right? It's rainy season, it's Vrindavan, it's a forest. So in forest, it's not easy to come out during rainy season. So by the time rainy season is all over, the whole water, it's all settles down. And all the ponds are filled with water. Lakes are filled with water. And by that time, all the beautiful plants are fully blooming with lovely flowers. Whole Vrindavan is very, very beautifully smelling, so beautiful with all the flowers, and it's such a very divine and beautiful ambience. In such Vrindavan, Ittam Sharat Swachha Jalam. Swachha means pure, transparent, clean water. So every lake, if you go to Yamuna, you can see the bottom of Yamuna. You can see the stones and you can see all the fishes, jantus in the water. So every lake, it's all Swachha Jalam. Padmakara Sugandhina. What is it? Padma. What is Padma? Lotus flower. The lotus and lilies are fully bloomed and it is spreading beautiful fragrance in such beautiful ambience. Nyavishad Vayunavatam Sagho Gopala Achutaha. Who is entering? Our Krishna is entering very beautifully with his Gopas and with Balarama. And he is entering. And what is he doing? He is also playing flute. That is the beautiful scene. See, most important thing is whenever we hear Srimad Bhagavata Katha, try to visualize it with our own mental capacity. Right? Just see, oh Vrindavan, it's Swachha Jalam, every waters are clean. Just in your vision, see if the waters are very beautifully, showing that clean water. And, whatever description we are saying, just try to visualize it. That is what is called Krishna Smaranam. Smaranam means that a deep remembrance of this Bhagavatam. That is the way we should do bhakti. Next. Kusumita Vanaraji Shushmi Bringa Dvijakula Gushta Sarasarin Mahindram Madhupati Ravagaya Charayan Gaha Saga Pashupala Balaha Chukujavenum. Kusumita Vanaraji Shushmi Bringa. Shushmi Bringa means bees. These are not ordinary bees. Because the flowers of Vrindavanam is blooming and it is spreading such fragrance, and our dear Bhagavan is playing flute. Here the bees are not just immersed because of the fragrance and the taste of the honey from the flowers. What is the bees hearing? Venuganam. So they become maddened by the divine Venuganam. So it is doing the Arohanam and Avarohanam of the Venu Geetham. Arohanam, Avarohanam. People who are learning music, they know, it is the first lesson you learn in music for every ragam. You have to do Arohanam, Avarohanam. It's like, upscale and downscale for every ragam. So the bees are basically setting the Shruti for Krishna's Venuganam. And Dvijakula Gushta Sarasahin Mahindram. Dvijakula. The birds are called Dvijakulas. The birds are, they are so jubilant seeing Krishna, coming with his beautiful parivaram, with his gopas and Balarama. Very elegant, very beautiful our Krishna is. And seeing that they are, constantly cooing. They are like, sight singers. They are also getting the stage ready for Krishna. See here why our Shukamuni calls Dvijakula. Dvijakula means twice born. See, someone who takes Upanayanam, they are called Dvijakula because they get the birth, right? And then they have the Upanayanam, then that is considered as the second birth, right? Because from then Vedarambam starts. So they are called Dvijakulas. Why are birds called Dvijakulas? Because how is it born first? It is born in an egg first, right? It is already born, but it is inside the egg. But the second, what happens? The egg breaks, it comes out. So it's like a second birth. In the same life, two births. One inside the egg, one outside the egg. So Dvijakula. So such birds, they are constantly cooing very beautifully and they're making very beautiful noise. And here, there is another lovely word to note, Madhupati, right? Madhu means nectar. The one who relishes nectar is called Madhupati. Here, that beast which enjoys the nectar is called Madhupati. But who is the real Madhupati? Or Sri Krishna. What is that he is relishing here? He is relishing the nectar of Vrindavan, right? So he is, for him, Vrindavan, for Sri Krishna is the closest to his heart. So he is relishing the Madhupati, right? He is relishing such beautiful ambience. He is relishing the association of Gopas. He is relishing all the gopis who are seeing him. Oh, how beautifully our Krishna plays. So he gives that loving glance to all the gopis and enters Sri Vrindavan. Tadvrajastriya ashritya Venu Geetham smarodayam Kashit paroksham Krishnasya Svasahibhyo anvavarnayan. Tadvrajastriya ashritya Venu Geetham smarodayam. See, that is what we were saying. Venu Geetham, when we talk about Venu Geetham, we don't just hear. One is listening, other one is remembering. Smarodayam. So that's what we are also requesting you all to do. You hear it and also remember it and visualize it. So here the gopis, Tad Rajastriya, they are relishing. And while they are relishing Sri Krishna's beautiful entry to Vrindavan, Kachit Paroksham. Paroksham means secret. What is Krishna doing is, he is doing Venuganam. See, this is where the Bhagavatas adds that beauty to the beautiful explanation of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Paroksham Krishnasya. Paroksham means secret. What is the secret here? He is playing Venu. Everybody is seeing him playing Venu. But what Krishna is doing is, there is a Vrajastri by her name Kalyani. So what he does is, he plays Kalyani Ragam. When he plays Kalyani Ragam, only that Kalyani knows that Krishna is calling that Kalyani. Then he plays Charukesi Ragam. And when he plays Charukesi, oh, Krishna is calling me. He plays Ranjani Ragam. That Ranjani knows. See, this is Krishna's style. Krishna's beauty, the way he will call, only that Bhakta knows. That is a very beautiful gesture of Sri Krishna, that he calls that Rajastriyas very beautifully. Tadvarnayitum arabdaha swarantyaha Krishna cheshtitam nasakan smaravegena vikshipta manaso nripa. Look at the bhakti of gopis. Or they want to basically look at Sri Krishna's this beautiful Venu Geetham, and they are basically trying to describe, hey, how beautiful this is. So they want to describe, but the moment that varnayitum arabdaha. Arabdaha means what? They are just starting. They are doing, what are they starting? Varnayitum arabdaha. They are trying to describe Varnana, do Varnana of Sri Krishna's divine Venu Geetham. Smarantyaha Krishna Cheshtitam. What are they doing smarana of? Krishna's Cheshtitam means Krishna's divine Leelas. So the moment they think of Krishna's divine Leelas, what is striking them? Krishna's beauty. When Krishna's beauty, the moment Krishna, aha, how beautifully, look at his elegance. See, this is called Tribhanga form of Sri Krishna. Tribhanga in Tamil they call it as Moonru Valaivu. So he has that beautiful three bend. See, for us, with the cylinder that we have, we can't even get two bends, right? But Krishna, when he does, he gets three bends. One bend very beautifully, look at his head beautifully tilted elegantly. And then his hip is tilted and he has Vyatyasta Padam. One leg crossed like that, and then you see that third bend. And only Krishna can stand like that. This Vyatyasta Padam is only for Sri Krishna. So that beauty, the moment they do that smarana, nasakan smara vegena vikshipta manaso nripa. So what happens is their mind gets lost in Krishna's divine beauty. And when it gets lost in Krishna's divine beauty, they are running out of words. See how much beauty Sri Krishna has, right? That is what is, that is why our Gurunathar says, Kannanai pol vera deivam undo. He sings, is there a greatest deivam like Sri Krishna? Is there a beauty than Sri Krishna? He is saying, Manmata is considered as beautiful, but Sri Krishna is Koti Manmata, Koti Manmata Manmata, right? Koti, crores. So he is just giving a number so that we understand. If you say infinity Manmata Manmata, that is the right thing, right? Infinite. There is no end to Krishna's divine beauty. Such beauty, who else won't fall for Sri Krishna's beauty? We are talking about gopis. Even today we are talking about Sri Krishna's divine beauty. And all Mahatmas have sung Sri Krishna's divine beauty. Some they sing only about his eyes. Look at his eyes. They don't stop with just, see the beauty of Mahans when they sing. They don't just look at the structure of the eyes. We say, oh, Krishna has long eyes. No, they talk about the guna of the eyes. Look at his eyes. His eyes is filled with karunyam, compassion. Without that compassion, how can we all get delivered? His Krishna's eyes is filled with that compassion. Our Gurunathar, very, very beautiful Kirtanam. He sings, Azhagum Karunayum Anbum Panbum Gunamum Melimayum Kutram Paratanmayum Namam Sonna Matiratil Tanaye Nalgidum Devamadu Devam Yen Devam. Azhagum. Azhagu means beauty. Karunai, compassion. Azhagum Karunayum Anbum, love. Gunamum Edimayum, simplicity. Azhagum Karunayum Anbum Panbum Gunamum, filled with divine qualities. Edimayum Kutrampara Tanmayum. This one quality itself is enough for us as Krishna Bhaktas. Kutrampara Tanmay means our dear Sri Krishna, he doesn't know how to see fault in others. Can you imagine such quality? For us, even a small thing we do, our mind naturally goes and finds faults. Every one of us like that, right? Anything. See, even though husband does everything, wife find that one thing you should have kept that patram right there. Why did you keep it here? Right? Same thing, right? Reverse also it's applicable. Right? Kids, they will get all the grade, everything. But still you didn't keep the hair right. That's what we will say, right? That's even I'm talking about myself only. I used to when I think in a very normal mindset, our kids are good, but still, unfortunately, we have that fault finding mentality. Something as if we are perfect, right? As if we are perfect, we'll constantly find faults. But our Bhagavan Sri Krishna, how amazing! He doesn't know how to find faults. See, that is the nature our Gurunathar has. See, our Gurunathar doesn't know how to find faults. Because of that, no matter you go and stand, even making 100 falls, you will say, Pravandar Kampar, he has come all the way to come and see me. And he has come, see how nicely he is chanting Nama. For sure, పక్కన కూర్చున్న వాళ్ళకి తెలుస్తుంది మనం ఎంత అపస్వరంగా పాడతామని. బట్ అయితే మన గురునాథర్ ఏం చెప్తాడంటే ఎంత బాగా పాడతాడు వీడు వాయిస్ ఎంత బాగా ఉంది. సీరియస్లీ హీ విల్ మేక్ అస్ ఫీల్ అప్ప మనం భయంకర సింకర్ ఎస్పీబీ అని మనకి నెక్స్ట్ డే అని అనిపిస్తుంది. అలా దట్ సో బికాస్ it's not like flowery words. That is Gurunath's divine quality. See, just imagine, it's very alpa comparison, but because that's what we understand, that's why I'm saying. So we all follow some heroes, right? Rajinikanth. And you keep doing this, you see him do this, all this style, then naturally what happens is that particular person does that. And if he has some mustache in a specific way, that follower does it. If even alpa human, if we follow, we try to, it's not imitation because it is so ingrained in us, we try to follow that. What to speak of Mahatmas who are constantly chanting Krishna Nama? They don't just chant Krishna Nama, they are constantly doing Krishna Smaranam. Obviously, their nature will also be like Sri Krishna. That is the beauty, right? So let's move on. Iti Venuravam Rajan Sarvabhuta Manoharam Shutva Vrajasriya Sarvaha Varnayantyo Bhide Bhide. Iti Venuravam Rajan. Now Shukamuni, he is overwhelmed with Krishna's divine beauty and that Venu Ganam. He is saying, Rajan. Who is that Rajan? Parikshit Maharaja. Hey Rajan, Iti Venam Rajan. He is seeing Sarva Bhuta Manoharam. What is Sarva Bhuta Manoharam? Whose Bhutas? All the living entities. He is seeing. This is where initially I told how Shukamuni as a Jnani, he is able to feel that bhavam of every single jivas. He is saying that right here. Sarva Bhuta Manoharam. Every jivas in Vrindavanam, not one here. Another beauty is not just the living conscious entities, even the non-chetanas, non-conscious entities like stones, like clouds, they also tremble in ecstasy. That is Sri Krishna's divine fruit. So I have a question now. Do you think he is only with this Venuganam when I am saying Sarva Bhuta Manoharam? Is it a surprise our Vrajastris, Gopis got attracted? They have no other goal. They cannot escape from Sri Krishna. Right? One Mahatma, he sings, never go to that Vamsivatam. Never go there. If you go there, you will get stuck. Stuck in what? There Sri Krishna is playing flute under the Vamsivatam. If you go there, you will fall for his beauty. You will fall for his Venuganam. You will never come back. You can never do any other bhakti other than Krishna bhakti, says that Mahatma. Have you all heard Tulsidas Charitram? In Tulsidas, we all know Tulsidas Maharaj, whom did he worship? Rama. What he did is, he went to Vrindavan and he was doing Ramayana part. As a Rama Bhakta, right? Where did he do? Vrindavan. It's a very wrong decision. So he went there. He was doing Shraddhaga Rama. He is remembering Rama. And he's reading Ramayana. He is trying to relish Sri Rama's Divya Gunas. And when he is relishing, what is he hearing? Venuganam. Krishna's Venuganam. The moment he remembers Rama, totally his mind is switching towards Krishna. He is seeing Kodandam. He is trying to remember, visualize Kodanda. That Kodanda suddenly becomes like this. And he is remembering Rama's that elegant pose. And he sees Vetyasta Padam. And he is not able to control. He is like, just we jivas are like that. We try to hear katha, we remember office. We try to remember office, we remember India. That is our mind. Here our Tulsidas Maharaj has become like that. He is trying to remember Rama, but he is constantly, Krishna that Venu Geetham is bringing Krishna Smarana. Then, he is saying, no, I am Rama Bhakta. I am a Pativrata. I can remember only Sri Rama. He is trying all that. And he closes his eyes. He is actually falling for Sri Krishna. He is feeling that love for Sri Krishna. Then he feels, no, I am a Rama Bhakta. Please, Krishna, please help me. Give me Rama Bhakti. Then Krishna came, he gave Krishna darshanam. Then Krishna was saying, how daringly you coming to Vrindavan? And you are saying not to play flute. How can you do that? But he was playing, and then finally he gave darshana Sri Rama. That is Sri Krishna. See, that is what here Sarva Bhuta Manoharam. Mahatmas Valle follow Tarante Bhutas Sarva Jivas are falling for Sri Krishna's beauty. Varnayante bhire bhire. So they keep on, the Vrajastris, the gopis are relishing repeatedly Sri Krishna's divine leelas. Akshan vatan palamidam na param vidhamaha sakya pasun anabhisheshayator vayasyai vatram rajesha sutayor anavenu jushtam yeirvani pitamanurrakta kataksha moksham akshan vatan palam idham. Yoka word unbelievable. Akshan Vatam. What is Aksha? Ice. Akshan Vatam Palam Idam. The purpose of creation of this ice is verily to see the beautiful form of Sri Krishna. Palam Idam. That is the purpose, says gopis. How beautiful. And the gopis are going one step further and blaming Brahma. Who is that creator? Who created this ice? How can they create this ice and it has a defect? What is the defect in ice? You can see, but what is the defect? It is blinking. Blink చేసేప్పుడు ఆ మొమెంట్ ఏమవుతుంది? You are not able to see Krishna. కదా? ఇలా చూస్తూ ఉన్నారు, సడన్ గా ఒక it's like a shut. What kind of ice is this? Why is it even blinking? Says these gopis. చూడండి భావం. This is what is Bhava Bhakti. Akshan Vatam. So the main purpose of this Aksha ice is Krishna, to see you, only you. Sakya Pasun Anavishesha Yator Vayasyehi. Seeing this beautiful divine form of Sri Krishna playing Venu Geetham is the very purpose. And our Mahatmas goes one level further and they calling this as Nayanotsavam. For Nayana, for eyes, it's a utsav. Seeing Sri Krishna playing Venu Geetham. Gopya Khimacharadayam Kusalam Sma Venur Damodhara Sudha Abhigopikanam Bhunte Swayam Yadavasishtarasam Hridinyo Drasyatvacho Shumumuchuhu Taravo Yatadyaha. Here, the beauty of Sri Krishna's divine flute. Gopya Kima Charadayam Kusalam Sma Venur Damodara. The beauty. Why is Sri Krishna has so many names? 1,000 names. We recite Vishnu Sahasranamam. Out of 1,000 names, why did our Shukamuni choose the name Damodara here? We all know Damodara Leela, right? Our Sri Krishna, went in between the two trees. Our Yashoda Mata tied with the mortar, right? And Krishna went in between and broke open the trees, and Nalakuvera came. It's another day we'll come and do the katha, right? That Damodara, he got the name. Every Leela he performs, Krishna gets a name. When we steal, what happens? We go to jail. But when Krishna steals, he gets a name, mock and show. When we run away from a war, what name we get? Hey, he's a loser, right? But when Krishna runs, what name he gets? Ranchor. See, that is Sri Krishna. Whatever he does, he gets that lovely name. Right here, Damodara. Damodara, why Damodara? Out of all Krishna Leela, if you see, only in the Damodara, Krishna gets binded by love of Mother Yashoda. So here, gopis are indirectly saying, get binded with our love. Damodara, Adhara Sudha. Adhara Sudha. Sudha is such a lovely name. Adhara Sudha. So Adhara is, what is Adhara? Krishna's divine lips. So the gopis are saying, Dhamodara Adhara Sudha Api Gopikana. Hey, what bhagyam this flute did. It is touching Krishna's lips and it is enjoying Krishna's divine Venu Geetham that comes from the lips. What bhagyam this bamboo has done. There is a great Mahatma called Leela Shukar, and he has written a grantham called Krishna Karanamritam. In that, see, many Mahatmas, they pray Krishna. Just now we talked about Uddhava, right? Uddhava prayed to be a grass in Vrindavan. Our Leela Shukar, he is praying, please give me a birth as a flute. So that why? So that let Krishna's lips touch me. So that let me relish Krishna's Adhara Sudha. So as we said, what is coming out of his Adhara? Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. That Prema Sukham comes out of that Adhara. So Leela Shukar wants to experience that first hand. That's why he's saying, please give me the Janma as a flute so that I can experience. Here there is our Gurunatha Sri Muralidhara Swamiji. He gives another bhav. This flute is relishing, right? Krishna's Adhara Sudha. There is, who is feeling very happy? Who is who is flute's parents? The bamboo trees which are standing in Yamuna Nadi Thiram, they are all feeling the grandfather bamboo, the father bamboo, the mother bamboo. Kanna, you sit down. I want incense later. Sit down. Okay? So, only after Krishna finishes Venu Geetham, you will get to feel the essence, the fragrance. Okay? You are going to get the fragrance. So, that bamboo, who is that bamboo? The grandfather bamboo, the father bamboo, the uncle bamboo, Chittappa bamboo. Everybody is feeling happy. Relative. Krishna, the flute that he is playing, it is my grandson. See how beautifully Krishna is playing. So they are all feeling Mahabhagyam. And Yamuna Devi, she is feeling, as a mother, she is feeling, see this bamboo grow in my womb. Right? She is feeling very fortunate. Na Mahabhagyam, na child, grandchildren, enta baga Krishna is playing flute. See, this is what is called Bhava Bhakti. That Bhava Bhakti is what we should all seek. Right? So then, next. Vrindavanam Sakhi Bhuvo Vithanoti Kirtim Yaddevaki Sutta Padambuja Labda Lakshmi Govinda Venu Manumatta Mayura Nrityam Prekshadri Sanda Avatanya Samastva Sattvam Vrindavanam Sakhi Bhuvo Vrindavanam. See, Vrindavanam is such a kshetram where it is a direct reflection of Goloka Vrindavan. One Mahatma, he was able to visualize this Vrindavanam is untouched by this world. He was saying this whole Vrindavanam is floating few inches away from this earth. It's not even touched by earth, says one Mahatma. That is Vrindavanam. Why that Vrindavana? Whose divine feet? Yad Devaki Sutta Padambuja Labda Lakshmi. That Devaki's son, Krishna's Pada Ambuja. Ambuja means lotus. So Krishna's divine lotus feet has been impregnated in every part of Vrindavanam. So it's a very, very, very divine place. Govinda Venu Anumatta Mayura Nrityam. What is Mayura? Peacock. So peacock is dancing with ecstasy. Hearing Krishna's Venu Geetham, it's unable to control. We all know, when do peacock dance like that with the full wings open? When it sees clouds filled with water, the heavy clouds filled with water, the peacock feels that ecstasy and start dancing. Here our Krishna, who is the blue color, filled with what water? Filled with Karunya, the rain called Karunya. And when he does the Venu Geetham, seeing that beautiful, hearing that Venu Geetham, all the peacocks started very beautifully dancing. And when they danced, what did they do? One of the peacock left a peacock feather. So what did Krishna do? He took that peacock feather, he put it on his eyes and kept it on his head. Why did Krishna put it on his eyes? Because Krishna's Venu Geetham is bhajana. Because why bhajana? What is he singing? Radhe Nama. So it's a bhajana. So who is dancing for the bhajana? Peacock. So who will dance for bhajana? Bhagavatas dance for bhajana. So our peacock is a Bhagavata. And that Bhagavata, when he dances, then it's Bhagavata Prasadam. See, just like we take Bhagavan's Prasadam, Krishna is taking Bhagavata Prasadam and he is keeping on his forehead. See, two important elements can never separate from Sri Krishna. Whether Krishna goes to Dwaraka or Mathura as a king, still he had a peacock feather, right? And flute. Venu and this beautiful peacock feather never goes out of Sri Krishna. How come I left one important verse? Barha pitam natavara vapuhu karnayo karnikaram bibradvasaha kanaka kapisham vaijayantim stamala randran venu radara sudaya purayan gopa vrindaihi vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirtihi. Barha pitam. What is there in Krishna's divine beautiful forehead? This beautiful peacock feather. Barha pitam natavara vapuhu. What is natavara vapuhu? Our Krishna is entering this Vrindavana. How is he entering? He is entering as if a beautiful performer who is entering onto the stage to perform. Natavara vapuhu karnayo karnikaram. He is wearing a beautiful karnika pushpam, blue color karnika pushpam on him. Karnika pushpam, karnayo karnika. Bibradvasaha. He has got a beautiful yellow shining garlands, shining vastram, and that vastram is so shining, and it is more shining than the power of sun. Bibradvasaha kanaka kapisham, kanaka gold, kapisham vaijayantim's chamala. He is wearing a beautiful vaijayanti mala. Randran venur adhara sudaya. From his beautiful adhara, he sings this beautiful Venu adhara sudaya purayan gopa brindaihi brindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirtihi. The whole Brindavanam is filled with our Krishna's divine padam all around, and that Vrindavanam is divyam because of Sri Krishna's divine feet. So Krishna wants to speak about Barha Pitam when it comes to this peacock description. Now, Danyasma Muda Gatayo Apiharinyayeta Yananda Nandanamupata Vichitra Vesham Akanya Venu Rahitam Saha Krishna Sara Pujam Dadur Virachitam Pranaya Balokai. There is another beautiful name, Harini, right? Dhanyasma Muda Gatayo Api Harinyayeta. Who is Harini? Harini is deer. So deer, it has very beautiful eyes. Very beautiful eyes. When the deer sees Sri Krishna playing flute, it gets stambanam. It becomes like, as if, imagine you keep a doll of a deer. It's just still eyes filled with love for Sri Krishna. And mesmerized eye, it's looking at Sri Krishna's divine beauty and hearing the Venu Ganam, and it's stunned. And our Alvar, he very beautifully relishes Marunda Mankanangal Megai Marandu Mainda Pullum Kadaivai Vadisora Irandu Padum Tulunga Pudai Pere. So the beauty is the deer, it was basically chewing the grass. But when the moment it heard Sri Krishna's Venu Ganam, what happened? It stopped chewing. Imagine you have halwa in your tongue and you stop eating. Will it ever happen? The moment you think of a halwa only, you will get saliva, right? And it will go inside automatically. Right? But imagine what level of that Premanubhavam that Harini must have, that deer must have had, that it even forgot to chew. Or not, rather than forgot, because it lost its conscious that it is a deer. It's what is Atma Anubhavam. The Prema Anubhavam, it lost its conscious. Next. Krishnam nirikshya vanitotsava rupaseelam Shritva chakatvanita venu vivikta geetam Devyo vimana gatayo smaranunnasara Brashyat prashuna kabaraha mumuhurvinibhyaha. See, Devas, they are very beautifully, they are all traveling in their own divine celestial vahanam. So when they travel, the Deva and the Stri both are traveling and they hear Venu Geetham. The moment they heard, their bodies started shivering and all the beautiful jewels that they wear, it starts falling, and they themselves out of that sheer ecstatic symptom, they're just falling down like a dead bodies. That is the anubhava the Devas got. गावश्च कृष्णमुखनिर्गतवेणुगीत पीयूषबुद्धवितकर्णपुटैः पिबन्त्यः सावः स्तुतस्तनपय कवलास्मतस्तु गोविन्दमात्मनि दिशास्तु कलास्तु सन्त्यः. Who is relishing the Venu Geetham nam? Gavascha. Who is Gava? Cows. So, cows, if you see cows by nature, the ears will constantly keep on moving. See, it will keep on moving. See, if you see cows, dogs, all the ears, it has two kinds. One time, it will put the ear down, and the other time, it will put the ear up. Whenever it needs to hear something carefully, it will put the ear up. Right? But if you see cows, in the cow's ear, somehow another living entity, tick, gets attracted. You all know ticks? It's a small insect. It goes and constantly sits on cow's ears. So that's why cows constantly move the ears to shut off the ticks away. But here what is happening is Uttabhita karna putai pibantyaha. The karna means ears. So the Gava's ears, the cow's ears have become like a vessel. So in vessel, what do? We normally get something to the vessel, right? So here in cow's ears, in that vessel, what are they receiving? The nectar of Krishna's Venu Geetham. So, and it is drinking the nectar of Venu Geetham through the ears. So our cows are showing us how to do Shravana. With full attention, it is hearing. And what are calves doing? Calves are relishing cow's milk, but what happened is its mouth is open. And because the motherly cows are also in that ecstasy hearing the Venu Ganam, the milk is pouring automatically. The calf's mouth is open, the milk is pouring over calves, and calves are also mesmerized with Krishna's divine Venu Ganam. The mouth is just open. It's like falls. The milk falls on the mouth and it's falling down. Nothing is going inside. That's the experience of cows and calves. Next. Prayo bhatamba vihaga munayo vanesmin Krishne kshitam taduditam kalavenu geetam Aruhyaye druma bhujan ruchira pravadan Shunvanti milita drusho vigatanya vachaha. See, here we heard about the birds as Dvijakula. And it is constantly making that beautiful noise like a song to Krishna. But here, the birds are referred as Prayo Bhatamba Vihaga Munayo. Munayo means what? Munis. All the birds, they have all assembled near the trees where Sri Krishna is playing Venuganam. And they are all like Munis. Not moving and not making a noise. It's against the nature of the birds. The birds normally, what do? It will keep on making noise. But here, what are the birds doing? They are not making it. It's silent, like Munis. So it is like our Mahatmas say, the Munis have descended as birds and sitting on the birds and sitting on the tree and relishing Krishna's Venu Geetham. Nadyastada tadupadharya mukunda geetam Avarta lakshita mano bhavavagna vegaha Alinganastagita bhurni bhuje murare Grinnanti padayugalam kamalopahara. Here, how Yamuna Devi is relishing Sri Krishna's divine, this Venu Geetham and beauty. So, See, when you sit in front of Sri Krishna, hear a bhajana or katha, if your heart is relishing, in bhaktas, their hands stand on end, their eyes filled with tears out of bhakti. That is called ecstatic symptoms, bhakti anubhavam. Here Yamuna Devi is relishing that bhakti anubhavam. What is happening is the water starts gushing and it is coming, keep on going back, friend, back. What happens is it's just one jump and hitting the divine feet of Sri Krishna. So it's like Abhishekam. Yamuna Devi is doing Pada Abhishekam. We talked about the Vandu Bhagavatar. What is Vandu Bhagavatar? The bees. Whereas there is another Bhagavatar called Nandu Bhagavatar. Nandu means crab. What is the role of crab here? The crabs go and cut the lotuses in Yamuna, and those lotuses, when Yamuna gushes and touches the feet of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, these flowers goes and gets offered to Sri Krishna's divine lotus feet. So it started as a white flower, and when it touches Sri Krishna's feet, it became red flower, it seems. Because Charana Kamalam is full red, because of Karunya, Krishna's Karunyam, the Charana of Sri Krishna is red, and when the flower touches Sri Krishna's divine feet, that also became red, it seems. This is very beautiful Anubhava of Mahatma. दृष्ट्वा तपे व्रज पशून् सह राम गोपै सञ्चारयन्तमनुवेणमुदीरयन्तं प्रेम प्रवृद्ध उदितः कुसुमावलीभिः सख्युर्व्यधास्म उपसाम्बुध आतपत्रम्. Now the cloud Bhagavatar is thinking, I also need to do some seva to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So wherever Sri Krishna goes, as a friend of Sri Krishna, it goes and gives as an umbrella. We all know that Chamara Kainkaryam, when Bhagavan goes on procession, some bhaktas go and keep a chamaram behind Bhagavan so that sun doesn't hit Bhagavan, right? So here who is doing the Chatra Kainkaryam? Chatra Kainkaryam? Our clouds are doing Chatra Kainkaryam. Next. Purna Pulindya Urgaya Padabjaraga Shri Kunkumena Daitastana Manditena Taddarshana Smara Rujastrana Rushitena Limpantya Anana Kusheshu Jagustadhadi. The divine dust that is coming from Sri Krishna, all the gopis took it and smeared on them as prasadam. That is what is dust kunkumena, that particular dust from Sri Krishna as a prasadam, they are smearing on themselves. Hanta Yamadri Rabala Haridasa Varyo Yadrama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoyate Paniya Surya Vasakandara Kandamulai. Here very important, Haridasa Varyo. Who is Haridasa Varyo? Haridasa Varyo means greatest of all Haridasas. Who is that? Govardhana Maharaj. If you go to Vrindavan, everyone does Govardhana Parikrama. We all know when in Govardhana Leela Krishna, what did he do? He lifted Giri Govardhan. That Govardhana is considered as the greatest of all Bhagavatas. Haridasa Varyo, greatest. Why? Because what do Krishna Bhaktas do? Greatest Krishna Bhaktas do? They constantly do Krishna Smaranam. They do Krishna Seva. They do Krishna Puja. They do Abhishekam to Sri Krishna. What is this go? And Bhaktas' body is constantly, it's an ecstasy, doing Krishna Smaranam. This Govardhana Maharaja, in the Govardhana Maharaja there are caves. Who goes and sits inside the heart, that Guha? Who sits? Or Krishna and Balarama goes. So just like how Bhagavatas Hridaya Guha Lopala Evarunaru, Krishna Unaru. Likewise Govardhana Giri Maharaj Hridayam Lopala Evarunaru, Krishna Unaru. So how Bhaktas, their eyes shed tears in Bhakti. Our Govardhana Maharaja has beautiful falls, many falls. That's like the tears coming from the Bhaktas' eyes. Just like how Bhaktas offer flowers to Bhagavan, our Govardhana Giri Maharaja offer beautiful flowers, and our Gopas, they make malas for Sri Krishna, right? And Just like how bhaktas offer everything to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, this Govardhana Giri himself became Sri Krishna in Govardhana Lila. It's a complete offering. Our Govardhana Maharaja did to Sri Krishna. That is why he is called Haridasa Varyo. Ga gopakair anuvanam nayatorudhara venuswanai kalapadai stanubhishtya sakya aspandanam gatimatam pulakaistarunam niryoga pasakrita lakshana yor vichintram. One word is enough for this particular verse. Aspandanam. What happens is all the living beings have become like non-living beings. Everything is stunned hearing Venu Geetham. All the non-living, like stones, right, mountains, they all started melting because of Venu Geetham. That is the experience. All the Chetana and Achetana experience hearing Venu Geetham. Evam vida bhagavato ya vrindavanacharinaha varnayantyo mito gopyaha Vedastam mayatam gyadhuhu. Thus gopis, remembering Sri Krishna's Venu Geetham in Vrindavanam, remembering his Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, his divine names, his divine form, his divine music that came from Venu, which is Radhe Namam, and remembering Sri Krishna's divine Leelas, they were sharing and shedding tears, relishing Sri Krishna's divine Venugam. With that, I will conclude this Venu Geetham Katha. It's our Mahabhagyam, our Gurunatha's Paramakripa, that we got this today, Parama Bhagyam, to relish the most important Bhagavatam chapter, Venu Geetham. As we said, Prema Sukha Pradamantram is Barha Peetam. So I request everyone, if possible, to read this Venu Geetham every day and offer to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Radhe Radhe.